Welcome to this week's edition of Gameball. We're here in Portmarnock G pitch for the launch of the new Adidas gear range. I'm togged and ready to take on the boys, who we'll be chatting to later in the show. But first, let's see how the mood is in the camp of last year's All-Ireland hurling finalists. We caught up with veteran Limerick captain Mark Foley before they take on the banner in the Munster Championship. Looking ahead to Championship in 2008, how's training going for Limerick at the moment?
We can't complain. Everyone is nearly fit and well. We have a couple of injuries, but we're happy enough. Preparations are going okay.
And there's probably a big expectation around Limerick, is there, especially after reaching the All-Ireland final last year? How's that going?
I suppose a bit of expectation. All right, the league probably didn't go too well for us, so maybe the expectation has been dampened a little bit. But at the same time, we'd be ambitious and we place high expectations on ourselves.
How do you find balancing, we'll say, your work life? You own a pub, don't you, out in Ballyground? How does that go for you, mixing it all up?
It can be difficult during the summer because you're training. I suppose 3 and 4 nights a week, and between your club and your county, so it takes up a lot of time. So it's a juggling act at times, and you might have matches at the drop of a hat that aren't planned for as regards challenge matches with your club or your county. So it's a juggling act, but I'm well used to it at this stage. So you just get into a routine when you get back to training in January, and you try to stay by it. This week on Gameball, I'm here with Mr. Joe Canning from Galway. So Joe, how are you keeping?
Good now, good. Looking forward to the championship now on the 28th against Antrim, so all preparations leading up to that.
Okay, you training hard on Galway? How's Gerlach Nan treating you?
Yeah, we're going okay. It's tough for the last couple of weeks. We've been playing club championship as well during the last 4 or 5 weeks, and with training as well with the county. It's been busy, but we're going okay at the moment.
Kelly was flying around Portmarnock in his new tech-fit Adidas gear. Kelly is in high praise of this current tip team and gives his prediction as to who they will face in the Munster final.
Yeah, it was a great win. I suppose we hadn't beaten Cork down there in 86 years, and I suppose we had a great league, and everyone was questioning how we'd be performing in the championship. But I think the first 20 minutes we didn't do the best. But after that, then we really picked up, and I suppose once we got the goal, we put 3 points on the board. After that, we went in at half time, kind of confident for the second half, and thankfully everything worked out for us. As a squad, we're working way better together. We're back trained since last November, so I think in the last 10-15 minutes of each game so far this year, that was very noticeable, and I think to win any of these games, fitness levels are crucial, and as a squad, as I said, we have the work done, and just that bit of luck that we probably deserved us the last couple of seasons has been with us maybe in the league final and against Cork, and we're just hopeful that maybe we can carry that through for the rest of the year. Yeah, I think it's going to be a fierce tight game. I suppose if I was to call it, maybe you'd fancy Limerick from their experience last year, and from probably Clare going to be blown up after their win over Waterford, but I think it'll be a very tight game, and I think honestly whoever comes through, it'll be a very tough Munster final, between Tip and whoever it's going to be. But it'll be interesting. At least we can probably sit back now and relax. Limerick we should have got good experience after getting to the All-Ireland final last year. People will say maybe didn't have a great league, but everybody knows league and championship are 2 different ball games, and Limerick are well able to get up for championship hurling, and I'm sure they'll be a team to reckon with yet in this championship. I suppose to unwind, really, you're training so much, it's hard to get away from nearly hurling the whole time. But just to be honest with you, at weekends I just like to relax, and socialise when you get a chance. But I think a lot of the managers advise you to stay away maybe from golf and that during the season. But when the season is over and that, I think it's nice to just sit back and relax and maybe soak in what's after happening during the year.
And soak it up as well, I'd
Soak
say.
it up as well,
Thanks,
yeah,
Owen.
yeah.
Cheers. Sound. Okay, so Ross, can we just have a quick chat maybe about the boots, the gear, and your modelling contract with Puma?
Not a modelling contract at all.
Okay, I'm here with Puma's other model, Ross. He's modelling the Puma gear here
Don't
today.
refer to it as model anyway. I'll never hear the end of it.
It's modelling, isn't it?
No, I don't think so, no.
Oh, I'm joking. How'd you find the boots anyway, Ross?
Obviously very nice. I've been wearing the speed boot for the last 3 years. This is probably the best one that they've brought out. They seem to improve every year, and I wore it against Wicklow in the first game. It was in a yellow colour, so it's probably a bit more discreet, the colour now, the navy and the blue, so hopefully go with that on Sunday. Regardless of what boots you're wearing, as long as they're Puma, I don't think it's going to make a difference.
I suppose as long as you don't get too caught up as well in what you're wearing before a match.
That's it, exactly, yeah.
I'm sure Liam Kearns wouldn't be too happy if you were there going, will I wear the yellow, the blue or the red?
No, I don't think he'd be too happy about that, but I know, sure, these things they're becoming more and more part of GAA and so on, and the guys in Horizon Sports and Puma have been very good to me over the last, since 2004, so I'm obviously happy to help them out anytime I can.
Good stuff. So Wexford anyway, they're the next big game for you. How are you set for it?
We seem to be set fairly okay. We were very disappointed in a way that we fell apart against Wicklow in the second half, and we didn't push on towards the finishing line maybe a little bit stronger, but that's the way it goes. We had a disappointing league campaign where our first win of the year was against Wicklow in the first round. So compare that to Wexford, who are unbeaten all year, have a huge amount of confidence and have got some very positive results already this year. We have a huge battle on our hands, and they're coming in with an awful lot of momentum, and us coming in definitely not so much. So it's going to be a very, very difficult task for us. One thing I love about the GAA would most definitely be the buzz that it creates. If you're driving around to matches, maybe locally or so on, you see all the young people wearing their Laois jerseys and getting out there and supporting the team, and very much the support that we have in Laois are fantastic. They have been excellent. I can only comment on since 2003, since I first started playing. They have been fantastic, and running out in Croke Park and having all the support from Laois there is something that long after I finish playing I'll be able to remember and cherish.
Stuff maybe you dislike?
Dislike, definitely losing. We've lost 3 Leinster finals at this stage, so each one of those was as bad as the other, so that's probably the worst thing about it.
You're captain of Kerry this year. Do you feel that's any added pressure to yourself when you're going out in the field or anything?
No, it's not any pressure. It's something I'm looking forward to, and hopefully like that, I can be a good example to the players and lead well. That's really, I'm excited about it more than anything else.
Okay, and I suppose you kind of have to keep the lads in check as well. I mean, discipline issues and things like that. How will that go for you?
Yeah, not easy with some of our boys now to keep them in check. So, like I say, I suppose I wouldn't be a great man to talk now about keeping guys in check and discipline and that. So I'll have to mind myself first before I go looking after the boys.